Hey everybody, J-Man here. Let's talk about some Doctor Who. We're going to review Spearhead from Space, John Pertwee's first story. John Pertwee is my favorite Doctor. Tom Baker is the best Doctor, but John Pertwee is my personal favorite. And yes, I'm wearing my Tom Baker scarf. Not the full one. I do have the full one. This one's actually usable. I actually use this scarf. So let's talk about it using my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. One thing you must know, this space system grades things against themselves. Doctor Who is my favorite show of all time. I'm not grading Spearhead from Space versus an episode of Star Trek. That might be an interesting experiment. But Doctor Who has its own set of rules, its own world. I'm comparing it within itself. So if I gave this a 10 out of 10, I'm saying it's a 10 out of 10 Doctor Who episode. I'm not saying that, it's better than something else, which it probably would be because I love Doctor Who. But if I rank something low, if I gave this a 5 out of 10, I'm not saying this is garbage. This is a garbage episode and Doctor Who should end or whatever. I'm just saying that in the whole realm of Doctor Who, this episode is whatever it is out of 10. All right, Spearhead from Space. I'm going to give the storyline a 1.5. Look, it's great. The Autons are super creepy. The Nestine landing on Earth, the consciousness landing in those little cubes, those little module things. And then they've got to build this thing together. They've got the humans. Some humans have been possessed. Some humans are they look a little bit like plasticky. And then you've got the full Autons and the mannequins, the full mannequins. They're weird. I mean, John Pertwee's awesome on this. He is stuck on Earth, which I know some people are like, he's stuck on Earth. And what is this, the Avengers? I love the Avengers, by the way, with Emma Peel and John Steed. And the Tower King ones were cool too. But I don't know. I still like this story a lot. I think it's neat. So I'm giving it 1.5. It's a cool story. It's a good intro. It's one of the better intros for me for Doctor Who for a new Doctor. I really liked it. I think John Pertwee was great. We'll get to the characters. The pacing, this is a 4-parter. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 2 for pacing. I actually thought the pacing was really good on this one. Information is kind of given to you in a good amount where you feel like you're not just waiting around for things to happen. It feels like things are progressing as the episodes continue on. John Pertwee is kind of absent from the first episode where he's in bed or whatever. But once he wakes up and it starts getting going, you're totally good. I guess this could have been 3 episodes. Classic Who, a lot of the time, could have probably dropped 1 or 2 episodes depending on the story. Some of them are dragged out, and I'm going to get to this when I review more. But I think this one, I guess it could have been 3 episodes, but I don't know. I'm okay with the 4. I think it kind of came together as well. I was never bored at all during this episode. Or this storyline. So I'm giving it a 2. The artistry, I'm going to give it a 1.5. Again, Doctor Who is a lot of times made fun of for, it looks cheesy or whatever. But I don't really find that. I don't know. I'm looking at the time. I'm not comparing this to Lord of the Rings or something, right? I'm comparing it to itself, right? So we've been watching Patrick Troughton. We've been watching William Hartnell. Now we're into the color, right? This is the first color one. I actually have this on Blu-ray. This came out on Blu-ray a while back. Now they're releasing these sets on Blu-ray, but I think it was filmed. I don't know if it was filmed with film or something, but it looks pretty good. But that's the quality of the shots. I'm talking about just the artistry within it. The Autons are creepy as hell, right? Even I think the humans that have that plasticky look are even worse. They're even creepier. The mannequins coming to life is wicked. I'm not giving this a 2 because it is still a lot of offices. It's people in offices or factories. So it's always a factory or an office for most of it. So it looks good. Yeah, I'm giving it 1.5. Characters, well, I got to give this a 2. John Pertwee's my favorite. When I review these John Pertwee ones, I'm always going to say he's the best. Just him talking and walking around is awesome. Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart is one of my favorite Doctor Who. I wouldn't call him a companion. I'd call him more of an assistant or an ally, perhaps. Maybe an ally. That's a good word to use. He has his own thing going on. He's not his companion or traveling companion or even assistant, really. So he's an ally. I love him. Absolutely love Lethbridge Stewart. One of my favorite Doctor Who characters of all time. One of my favorite characters on TV, just in general. Liz Shaw. Big time mega Liz Shaw fan right here. This guy who's got two thumbs and loves Liz Shaw. This guy. She's awesome. Carolyn John is just amazing. I've watched all her interviews and all that too. She was a breath of fresh air for a companion prior to Liz Shaw coming on board. I mean, Jamie and I guess possibly Zoe to an extent, but Jamie was clearly the best companion. I love Ian and Barbara and Susan, actually. I do like all of them. Ian, Barbara, Susan were pretty good. Then we start to get kind of like people who are just there, and that's fine. But then Jamie, obviously Jamie was freaking awesome. But now Liz, you're like, oh hell yeah. She's a scientist, she's smart, she's getting shit done, she's questioning the doctor, like, are you sure, doctor? I like that. I like when someone questions the doctor. She doesn't just believe everything because she's a scientist. She's like, oh yeah, sure, I can time travel. You can? Like, how? Right? So I really like that about her. I was really sad to see her go. She's top 3 companions for me. She's my number 3, actually, companion. So I love Liz Shaw. Overall enjoyment. And the villains and the Autons are crazy. They look, Nestine is a good, cool villain. Enjoyment factor, 2 out of 2. I love this one. One of my favorite intro Doctor episodes or stories. Got nothing but positive to say on this one. I'm giving this a grand total of a 9 out of 10. This is definitely top tier Doctor Who, especially for the classic era. I think it holds up really well. I just watched it this week again, and I really like it a lot. I think it's really damn cool, and John Pertwee's awesome. So if you want more Doctor Who content, let me know. I'm going to start reviewing more of these because I love Doctor Who, and it's time. It's 2024. Happy New Year, everybody. It's time to start Doctor Who out. I know I've done a few videos that were not positive about Doctor Who, but I want to bring out positive videos because I love Doctor Who, and I want everyone to remember that Doctor Who was great, and it could still be great again. It could still happen. So there you go. If you enjoy my space rating system, please hit the like, and if you enjoy the content, please subscribe. That is it. Until next time.